Hey guys, it's Loli here and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if it's your very first time watching a video of mine. Firstly, Happy New Year. Today is the 1st of January 2020. It's a little bit scary, very exciting. I'm personally very excited for this year. I think it's going to have a lot in store for me. I've targeted myself to do some really cool things, which I hope / know I will achieve. And on that subject, the last video I did was around goal setting for 2020 for the new year or in general. So check that out if you haven't already. If you haven't got a structured framework of how to set your objectives and check in on your objectives throughout the year, it will be really helpful for you. One of my goals for this year is to upload more regularly. So I'm trying to get to a point where I can upload every week, but I'm going to start with trying to target myself every 2 weeks to start with, so that I can, help me get there slowly. So this will be the first of a number of videos this year, and it's a really fun one, really cool one. It's about how to furnish your home for free or on a really low budget. So when I told people this, they were like, oh, what's the big secret? And I'll be honest with you, I'll tell you from the beginning, there's no big secret. Anybody can do it. It's really simple. It just requires a little bit of patience and some bit of TLC and some imagination. So to give you guys the backstory, when I bought my flat, I was pretty broke after, right? So I thought I need to be smart about what I spend my money on. There is a video, which I'll link up here, which kind of goes through that experience in a lot of detail. But yeah, I said I need to be smart about what I spend my money on. There was some stuff I knew I wanted to get new, right? Because it's my first home, I want to get a new one of this or whatever. And there's other things which I was like, I'm open. I can get it for free, I'll get it for second hand, I'll see what I can find. Because it, for me, didn't really make a difference. And so I've always been a fan of kind of looking for stuff, recycling, getting things second hand or for free, or, I'm a bargain hunter, right? And so that's what I did with my flat. What I'm going to do, before I get into the detail of how I did it, I'm going to show you some of the things that I got for free, and put what the recommended retail price of it was, so you guys can see the kind of condition and stuff like that it was in. Because I know a lot of the time you tell people you got something for free or somebody gave it away, they assume it's junk. But a lot of the stuff is not like that. People give stuff away for a multitude of different reasons. Either they're redecorating and they just want to get rid of it. I've picked up stuff which people bought just to have some storage to redecorate their house, and now they no longer need it. And it's quite hard to get rid of furniture. So if you're willing to pick it up, people will literally just give it away to you so that you can go. People, I don't know, might have moved into a new property and the furniture was left behind, so they want to give that away because they need to make space for their own furniture. Lots of different reasons. It's not just being given away because it's junk. So without further ado, let me show you some of the cool things that I've picked up. So as you can see, that stuff is far from junk. It's all really good stuff that I personally have found and kept or passed on. And it was all free, or I think in the case of the bed, really cheap, because that was like, what, £40 for a bed frame, which is insane. A really good bed frame too. The only things that I probably wasn't really comfortable having second hand were my mattress, kind of for obvious reasons, and there was a particular sofa that I wanted, so I didn't want to get a second-hand sofa. But what I hadn't realised, when I completed it, I was like, I'm going to go buy a sofa from DFS. So I went to DFS and they was like, well, that will be 8 weeks. And I was like, what do you mean 8 weeks? They was like, it takes 8 weeks to make your sofa. And I was like, can I not just take it home? And they was like, no. So I was obviously really naive. And so I was like, crap, I have no sofa. What am I going to sit on for the next 8 weeks? So I went onto one of these websites and I found a sofa. And it was a really good sofa, a sofa bed, which I'll put it back up now, but it was in the pictures before. And if I bought that new, it would have been, £450. And I obviously wasn't going to do that for a temporary sofa. So it was really good. Like, even when I had my housewarming party and I had all my other furniture in before my sofa arrived, everyone was like, why don't you keep this one? I was like, oh, it's not the one I want. I want a blue sofa. But that's how good it was. Everyone was like, just leave it here. Loads of other things, the rug that I have, I was looking for a rug for ages. Again, I didn't realize that rugs were so expensive. My rug is like 2 meters 40 by like 1 meter 70, and it's like £150 for a rug that size, and I got it for free. A lady lived down the road. I went to go and pick it up. It's a rag rug, so you can fold it. You can take it to the laundrette and put it in one of those really big washing machines, which she had done already, and then I did again. Like, just awesome stuff. But anyway, most of it actually fits in a car, and that's the best part. If you get like anything like a chest of drawers, you know, TV unit, dining table and chairs, most of that stuff that I got actually came from IKEA, and so it means that it can be easily disassembled and it can fit in a car. The other stuff that couldn't fit in a car, I had to transport with a van. But what I did is I just got a Hertz 24/7 van. You can pick them up from B&Q or IKEA or whatever. They just park them outside. You put the code in the window, you drive away. I rented them for like 4 hours for like £40, and I just arranged to collect lots of different things on one day so I could maximize the use of the van. So that's how I got my sofa. I got the bed on the same day. I got the wardrobe for the bedroom on the same day, and a bunch of other things. So I only paid £40, but I drove around for kind of 3 hours picking up stuff before I dropped it back to B&Q. So for the most part, depending on what you're getting, all you need is a car. You know, some of the stuff when you pick it up is a little bit dusty because the nature of it is that people have just left it in a corner. They're no longer using it, so you might have to clean it up a bit. But all of the stuff I showed you, like, that's after I've cleaned it up, and you can see it's all like pretty good stuff. So where do you get the stuff from? I guess that's the question that everybody's thinking and waiting for the answer to. There are 3 kind of websites and apps that I use to get free things from, and they are Gumtree, Freecycle, and Shopkins, right? So Gumtree is like Craigslist or whatever you want to call it in the US. I think they might even have Gumtree in the US, but basically it's like a classified ads thing. And so there's a freebie section, which if you go in, is literally just full of junk. What you should do is go to the home and furniture section and just set your price to 0, and then you'll see all the free things that are selling. You can set it to your postcode plus a certain radius, so you can say you know, I don't know, Acton plus 2 miles or something like that. Then it will only give you things to see locally. And if it's for something a bit bigger or something you want more specifically or something which costs a little bit more money and you're willing to drive further, then you can kind of widen the radius. There's stuff that I've looked for that I've driven like kind of 10 miles to get because if I bought it, it would have cost me £300 and I've seen a free one, I'm just going to go and get it. But most of the stuff I'll just pick up locally because it's not necessarily worth me driving across London for it because it's not that deep. So on Gumtree, go to the section that you want to look for. So I would just go to Home and Garden, set like look up all, set to 0 and set your radius to see kind of what is available in your area. The issue with this kind of approach is, you know, you're not going to find anything specific in that way. What you can do if you're looking for something specific, so for instance, I had a bedside table and I wanted the other one, so I just set an alert to say, okay, when this thing comes up for less than £10 or something, because it's like a £60 bedside table, when this bedside table comes up, you know, this search term for less than £10, alert me. So then when one's posted, you can know. So you might not get it for free, but you might get it for £10, or it will notify you as and when these things are posted. So that's if you're looking for something specific. You can go in at any time and kind of search for what you're looking for. And people sell these things like all the time. So if you're looking for, I don't know, the matching bedside table or a certain range from IKEA, you can just search it. You may not be able to find it for free. You may have to wait. This is really good if you're kind of open to what you're looking for. So for instance, if you want a shoe rack, I wanted a shoe rack. I can show you the shoe racks that I have actually. And I didn't really care what they look like, to be honest. I was like, I just want a shoe rack, which is one of those kind of ones that folds out. Don't really care what model it is, just want it to be white. So when they came up, I saw those and I was like, oh, okay, I can get those. They weren't actually free. The ones I got, I think they're £30 in IKEA, but I got them for £5 each. So I spent £10 rather than spending £60, and they literally look brand new. So that's what I say, you have to be a bit patient if you're looking for something specific. But if you're open, like I was very open when I bought my flat. I literally had nothing in here, and I mainly used this to find kind of stuff, a few things for the living room. I got my washing machine on one of these websites, and also stuff for the spare bedroom. For my bedroom, most of the stuff is new actually. That's just because I thought, oh, it's my bedroom, I want it to all be new. But actually, all the stuff in the spare room except the mattress was secondhand. So yeah, Gumtree is the very first website. I use Gumtree for a lot of things, but if you're looking for free furniture, it is A++++. Or you can contact the people, you can call them, you can send them a message on email, you can text, depending on how they've set their preferences. And Gumtree have this really cool thing on the app now. You don't even have to type it in, you just press, it's already drafted the message for you. It says, is this still available? The thing is, these things go up, you know, especially things that are really cool. Lots of people will go for them really quickly. So you do have to keep your eye on Gumtree a lot. Like if you're looking for something in particular, or, you know, just check in a few times a day to see kind of what's up, so that, you know, things are not kind of going before you get there. Because if it's been up for 12 hours, the likelihood is that somebody will go and get it before you. And you do have to be quite quick to collect, because the idea is that most of these people, they just want this thing out of their house. So if you're like, yeah, if it's Tuesday, you're like, I can come and get it on Sunday, and somebody else says they're going to come and get it tonight, they're probably going to give it to the person that wants to come and get it tonight. So you do need to be a bit smart about it. I always give them my number. So I'll be like, oh, this is, even if I'm sending a message, I'll say, this is my number, because it shows that you're a bit more committed than somebody else. And lots of people will go on Gumtree, and I've had it because I've given stuff away on Gumtree or sold stuff on Gumtree. Loads of people will say they're going to come, and then they just don't come and collect it. So just show that you're kind of committed, and give them your number, and show that you're actually going to come and pick this thing up. I would say, just from a safety perspective, I don't go into people's houses by myself. So when I've gone to pick stuff up, if it's something big, I ask them to bring it down, or I speak to them about it before, like, am I going to have to come in and get it? And if I am, I go with a friend or a family member or whatever, just because, you know, I'm not trying to end up on crime watch. So just be safe when you're doing that kind of stuff. Okay, second website. Second website is Freecycle. Best website ever. I love Freecycle. The whole point of Freecycle is that it's supposed to stop stuff from ending up in landfill. So the people on there genuinely just want to give stuff away to stop it going in to landfill and stop it being wasted. Some of the stuff is in really good condition, but Freecycle doesn't have categories. What Freecycle is split into is boroughs. So it's global. So you would go into United Kingdom, then you would pick your region. So I would pick London, and then within London it's separated into boroughs. So then I would pick Lewisham. You can search in any borough. You have to join a group before you can like message. You can join up to 6 groups at a time, and if you see something in another group that you like, you can just leave a group and join. Like it's pretty simple, but it's not split into kind of categories like Gumtree. Gumtree is split into home and garden or whatever, and then you can search within that. Freecycle is not like that. You can't go at any top level and type in bed frame. You can't. So you have to go into the Lewisham section and then type in bed frame, and the stuff is just a bit more scattered there. So again, Freecycle is much better if you are kind of open to what you're looking for. Like when my flat was empty, I was on there all the time thinking, oh, I could have that, I could have that. That's where I got my washing machine. For my fridge, I was like, I want to get it new just because it has my food in it, and I was being a bit like, I'm definitely going to get a new fridge, which I'm happy with. But for my washing machine, I wouldn't even have cared if the people that owned the flat before left their washing machine. I was hoping that they would, so that I could use it. So when I saw a washing machine on Freecycle, I was like, great. The lady was giving it away because she just got a washer dryer, and I was like, mate, I'm not in a position to be fussy, so I'll take the washer. And so that's what I've got. So it is a bit scattered. Like all you will see is the name that people have listed it under, and kind of their location. So it might say, and I'll do some screenshots here, but it might say like, or their username rather. So it might say IKEA chest of drawers, and then the location would be, I don't know, East Dulwich, and then it would have their username or something like that. So it is something that you have to spend more time looking at. And with Gumtree, you can have like loads of photos. People can post like 6 or 7 photos, and with Freecycle, they can only post 1 photo. So you need to contact them, and if you want to see more photos, which you're not sure, you just say, have you got any more photos? Because it only lets you post 1 photo. And I'm really not about collecting junk. I don't like clutter, so I wouldn't want to waste my time, especially as I don't even have a car. I don't want to go and borrow my mum's car to show up somewhere and then not take the thing because it's not in good condition. So just check in with them if you want to see more photos. Like, you know, can I see more photos, because I want to check that it's in the right condition or whatever. People aren't particularly sensitive about it, but somebody else may take it without asking for those photos. So obviously just be conscious. If you really, really want it, or if you're really, really interested, just go and have a look. But yeah, it's a bit less organized, but some of the stuff you get on there, absolute gems. I actually got completely unrelated to kind of furnishing your home, but I got some like African print material. One woman came back from Senegal, or she had been to Senegal like so many years ago, and she had just amassed all this material, and she was like giving away African print material if anyone wanted. And I was like, me. And so I went to and get some of that. You just get a load of things on Freecycle. Like I said, my washing machine I got from there as well. So that's the second one. The third one is Shpock. So Shpock is like an app where you like sell anything basically, like clothes. I think people can even do cars, home and garden. And on Shpock, you can look for stuff for free. All you have to do is go to the category. So it's very similar to Gumtree. Go to home and garden, and then put your location in, and then set your radius. So again, your postcode plus 5 miles or whatever, and then just set the price to 0, and it will show you all the furniture that's available kind of in your area for £0. So that's my life hack. That's my how to furnish your flat for free or on a budget hack. I told you it's not a secret. Use it. Tell your friends about it. I've turned so many of my friends onto it. They're like, I can't believe that this is free. And that's the reality of it. Like, we as a kind of society give away lots of things, throw lots of things away which still have a lot of use left in them. So yeah, I hope you use that information to its full potential. I hope it saves you money. I hope it helps you to reach your kind of financial goals, or help you to feel more settled in your flat without making yourself, bankrupt and all that jazz. Thank you for sticking with me. As I said before, and I always say, I appreciate you guys for watching. Do like, subscribe, comment. I'm going to be putting up videos more regularly, and I want you to all be watching them. So yeah, see you soon, guys. Bye.